Hello friends, Koolio here and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, I want to go ahead and put together a list of my recommendations of the best starting heroes for new players to Arena of Valor. Now recently, due to the ban of Mobile Legends Bang Bang over in India, we've had a lot of new players jumping into Arena of Valor. In fact, one of my oldest videos that I posted like 2 years ago has skyrocketed because so many new players are jumping into the game. So I figured it would be a great time to go ahead and put together a video talking about some of the best starting heroes that you can get completely for free in the game for all of the new players jumping into Arena of Valor. Now, if you guys enjoyed today's videos and want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So before we actually jump in and talk about all the heroes in today's recommended list, I want to go through and actually show you all of the heroes you can get completely for free as of right now. Now I am playing on the North American servers. I just started a brand new account. This account is level 3. I completed the tutorial and like my first battle, and that is it. And so things may be a little bit different though if you're on a different server than I am, but generally everything should be about the same. So when you first get into the game, you're going to have this achievement road called the Road to Glory. Now if you complete 3 battles a day, you'll be able to obtain a free hero. So within your first week of playing the game, you'll be able to get 7 heroes for free. So you've got Ormar, Maganga, Lubu, Xanis, Cricknack, Alistair, and Grak. And there are some really great heroes on that list I will be talking about a little bit later in the video. The next thing I want to talk about is the Xennial's Codex. Now there is only about 9 more days left on the Xennial's Codex for you guys to get to the level 20 stage for the Codex, because if you get to level 20, you'll be able to unlock Zada completely for free. So that's another free hero under your guys' belt. The other thing you're going to get is the progress quests. Once you get to level 4, which you'll get to it like after your first match or whatever, you will unlock Lumber for free as well. Now the last thing you're going to get is another 7 heroes you'll get for free over in the sign-in bonuses. This is the newbie login event. Now if you log in every single day for the next 14 days, you'll have times to incrementally obtain a hero completely for free. So I did unlock Butterfly today, but I still have 5 more heroes I can obtain here. So I've got a total of 7. So overall, for free in your first 2 weeks of playing the game, if you don't want to spend any money or spend any of the gold you obtain by playing the game, you'll get a total of 16 heroes completely for free. And a lot of them are really, really great heroes. So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about first the different roles in the game, because I'm going to go through and give you 2 free hero recommendations for each of the roles in the game, and then at least 1 hero that you can buy using gold. And then there is a secret hero I'm going to be talking about that does require a little bit of money, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is going to be the mid lane, the mages, and everything like that. Now, one of the heroes you're going to get for free is Crixie. She's probably going to be like your first free hero, I believe, after like Valheim and Arthur. But Crixie is just a really, really good mid lane mage. She's got some wonderful harass with her second ability to be able to stun the enemies, and she's got some really, really powerful AoE damage to help clear and finish off enemies in team fights. And so if you're the kind of person that wants to deal a decent amount of magic damage while also kind of harassing the enemy from a distance, I do recommend playing as Crixie. She's kind of up there right now in tier list, and she's a wonderful character to play, one of my personal favorites in the game. She can deal just so much damage and harass the enemies. She's a lot of fun. Now the other one I want to talk about is Diao Chan. Now she's going to be another hero you're going to get for free through the newbie login events. Now I would say she's fairly similar to Crixie in terms of the amount of ability damage that she can do in terms of like magic damage. However, her overall kit is more focused towards crowd control than Crixie's is. So if you like that crowd control aspect of stunning and slowing down enemies, I do recommend playing as Diao Chan instead. Now, a lot of her abilities are focused mainly on trying to slow down the enemies and freezing the enemies so that your team junglers or any of your warriors and stuff can kind of come in and finish them off. Specifically, I'm talking about like the Diamond Dust ability, because this ability will freeze the enemies that are hit by it for 2.5 seconds. Now, frozen enemies will actually take an additional 200 magical damage on top of that. So not only that, they're going to be taking additional magical damage, they're going to be frozen over time. You can hit them again for a second time, freezing them for even longer. She's got a lot of really great crowd control abilities, and so I do recommend, if you're looking for a really fun mage to play with a lot of crowd control abilities, let's go for Diao Chan. Now the last one I want to talk about is one that you actually need to buy with gold. However, she is a little bit difficult to learn, and that is Liliana. Now the reason why she's difficult to learn is due to her passive ability. Now Liliana has 2 forms. She's got her human form and she's got her fox form, which can be swapped back and forth using her ultimate ability. Now, the reason why she's a little bit more difficult is due to the fact that she has more abilities than other heroes in the game. Because once you swap to your fox form, you have a different set of abilities. When you swap back to your human form, your abilities swap back to whatever they were before. Now, the reason why I want to include her on this list is because she's a really fun hero to end up learning how to play. She is a little bit more difficult, but once you kind of get that down pat, kind of swapping back and forth, you're going to be securing quite a lot of kills because she is a mage assassin specifically built for mobility and for finishing off enemies. And so if you're the kind of player that likes to play mid, but you want to try to get more kills than usual, I recommend jumping in and playing as Liliana. Okay, so the next role I want to talk about is the jungle role. Now, another character you're going to get for free is Butterfly. I love Butterfly. She's a little bit, how do I say this? She's a little bit over the top when it comes to her abilities due to the fact that she's kind of a snowball hero. And what I mean by that is if she can jump in and use her abilities at just the precise moment, you can basically wipe out the entire enemy team within a matter of seconds. And the reason why that is due to her assassin passive, where kills and assists will reset all of her cooldowns. It's a little bit ridiculous because if you can jump into a team fight at just the right moment, taking down like a weak enemy, securing a kill or an assist, you can then use your ultimate ability to jump to the next enemy, dealing a ton of damage, jumping to the next enemy after that. It's just this vicious cycle of jumping, killing, that just makes her so much fun to play. And that's the reason why I would pick Butterfly as like one of the best characters to kind of jump into and play as, because not only is she a really great starting hero, but you can also play her into like the higher elos and just deal just so much damage with her. And she's seriously just so over the top. I love her. She's so much fun. Now, the next one I want to talk about is actually another hero you're going to get for free on the road to glory, and that is Kriknak. Now, Kriknak is one of the heroes in the game that has the highest mobility. He can roam the map so fast and so quickly, and he's specifically designed to kind of jump in and engage enemies and make sure they don't escape. He's built specifically so heroes can't escape him. So if you're the kind of person that is sick and tired of like the enemy having just a sliver of health left and they're able to jump away and get to safety, Kriknak is the character built to stop those types of heroes. And so if you're looking for a really strong physical damage assassin, Kriknak is the one to go for. He's got high mobility, really, really strong finishing moves, and like it's really, really hard to get away from him. Trust me, like one of my first matches coming back into the game, I was killed like 1 billion times by Kriknak. Now, the hero that I'm going to talk about right now is actually the one that does require you spend a little bit of money in order to unlock, and that is Zephys. Now, you can buy him for as little as $1 when you first jump into the game, because he's the top-up hero. So if you top up for like 99 cents worth of vouchers, you'll be able to get him for free. Now, he's just a really well-rounded assassin. Got great damage, got great mobility, and he's also got great tankiness. So it gives him a little bit of survivability. He can roam the map fairly quickly, and he's also able to finish off enemies really, really fast. And so if you're looking for just a really good, well-rounded assassin, if you find yourself getting killed too much as the jungler, I recommend playing as Zephys. Okay, so the next role I want to talk about is the Dark Slayer lane, or what we call the solo lane. This lane is specifically built for heroes that need to survive by themselves. And one of the heroes you get like right up the front, one of the very, very first heroes you unlock is Arthur. Now, Arthur here is just a really good self-sustain warrior. He's got pretty good tankiness, pretty good health, but he's also got really great mobility. And so he's the kind of character that can kind of jump into a team fight, deal a good amount of damage, take a good amount of damage himself, and then run away before being finished off. He is overall just a really good survivability character if you're playing in the solo lane, which a lot of the times you're not going to have someone there to support you. And I would recommend playing as Arthur if you're going to be playing specifically that role. Now, the next one I want to talk about is Lubu. Now, Lubu, I would say, has a fairly similar survivability rate compared to Arthur. However, his overall kit is specifically designed to be more aggressive than Arthur is. So if you're playing the solo lane, but you like to kind of be in the enemy's face, constantly harassing them, dealing as much damage as possibly can, forcing them to teleport back to the base, I recommend playing as Lubu because he's got the increased attack speed. He's got some pretty good engagement as well. He's just overall a more aggressive version, I would say, of Arthur. Now, the last one I want to talk about when it comes to the Dark Slayers is my recommendation if you're willing to spend some gold that you've saved up in this game, and that is going to be my boy Malik here. Malik is a godly warrior in terms of survivability. He's got insane armor, he's got insane health, and he also has health regeneration with a lot of his abilities. Now, compared to other warriors in the game, he actually has an extended attack range as well, so it allows him to harass enemies that are also warriors. But if you're looking for a character that is in the thick of the battle, that does a ton of damage, that is supported by everybody else, Malik is the one that you want to go for. He is the king of team fights. He's the one that's going to be in the center of team fights. He's going to be taking tons of damage, dealing tons of damage, surviving as long as he possibly can. So if you're looking for a character like that, that's just basically a brick wall the enemies have to overcome, then I recommend playing as Malik. Okay, so the next role we're going to be talking about is the Abyssal Dragon lane, or the attack damage carry lane. Now, this is the lane that you're going to be playing as a long-range physical damage dealer, and the one that I recommend starting off first is Valheim. Now, I know there are so many memes out there of people like auto-locking in Valheim, a lot of new players just constantly playing him, and the reason why that is he's the easiest marksman to play in the game. He's got an auto-lock on stun. That's how easy it is. Like, he doesn't have any abilities that require basically any skill shots. So the reason why I'm recommending this character is not as a character to play long term, but as a character to help you get used to playing as a marksman. So if you want to play the Abyssal Dragon lane, if you want to do the long range physical damage, I recommend playing as Valheim to kind of learn your roles, your builds, and kind of how you're supposed to play the field. I would recommend playing as Valheim before you kind of move on to more powerful heroes that require a lot more skill than Valheim does. And one of those heroes I want to talk about is another hero called Violet. Now, Violet can sometimes be really annoying due to the fact that she's got really good harass abilities. She has an extended range when it comes to some of her abilities that she just does really insane burst damage. She can take down towers really fast. She can harass support units to just kind of push them farther and farther back. She's got a lot of really, really great mobility. She's the character that just does so much burst damage, shows up out of nowhere, attacks you from a distance, and then you have like no idea what is going on. And so if you want a little bit more of a higher skill cap marksman, then I recommend going for Violet. Now, the other character I want to talk about when it comes to the ADC line, if you're wanting to go in and spend a little bit of your gold to buy her, is going to be Talanis. Talanis is an overall great archer, or overall great marksman. Good mobility, she's got good range, she's got good attack damage. She's just overall just a really, really well-rounded hero in all aspects of her marksman abilities. Long range, long attack, or really, really powerful attack damage. And she's got a little bit more sustained attack damage rather than burst attack damage. And so if you're looking for that overall just good marksman, the one that feels more comfortable to play, doesn't require like a super high skill cap, but isn't just like this noob hero, then I recommend playing as Talanis. Okay, so the last role we're going to be talking about is for support heroes. Now, one of the heroes I recommend picking up right up the front is going to be Alice. Now, the reason why I'm actually recommending getting Alice is she's not a free hero to unlock, but she only costs 2,888 gold. I've only played one match and I have enough gold to unlock her. Now, Alice is like S tier support. She's got crazy ability to spam her stun effects. She's got an ultimate ability that can turn the tide of team fights. And she's also got really great support abilities to help sustain and help your teammates escape and get themselves away from danger. Alice is probably my favorite hero in the game just because she's so much fun to play. She does have a little bit of a higher skill cap by getting those shots off with her second ability by stunning the enemies, or I'm sorry, with her first ability by stunning the enemies. But she's so much fun once you kind of get those things down. She really is like the key for a lot of teams, specifically team fights, for survivability. Not only can you shield your teammates, giving them a movement buff increase, but you can also stun the enemies to stop them from attacking your tank, allowing your marksmen or your junglers to jump in there and finish them off. But you've also got a massive AoE slowdown effect that you can drop right in the center of a team fight, giving your team a massive advantage. Now, the other one I want to talk about is going to be Lumber. Lumber is the hero that you can get for free once you get to level 4 on like your progress. He's super, super easy to unlock. You'll probably get him like your very first day in the game. Now, the reason why I'm putting Lumber on this list is he is a good team fighter, but he's not the one that's initially there to like start the team fights. He's sort of like a late team fighter, meaning like if you got a warrior or a jungler that's kind of started a team fight, he's really good kind of jumping in and adding the support to your heroes and then jumping into the team fight to take a lot of the damage. The reason why that is because he can take a lot of damage in the team fight, but a lot of his abilities you can use to help sustain and support your own teammates. So I do recommend kind of keeping him back just a little bit, helping your teammates out, giving him the buffs, kind of stunning the enemies, and then jumping into the fray of the battle to take a lot of the damage. So he's a character that feels like a tank if you like to take a lot of damage, like to be in team fights, but with just a little bit of extra buffs and controls on top of that. Now, the last character that I want to talk about in this list, the last support character I'm going to talk about is going to be Thane. Now, Thane is the tankiest character in the game. Thane is absolutely wild. He is right here. He just takes so much damage. It's like absolutely insane how much damage he can take. But the reason why I want to put him on this list, he is very, very cheap to end up buying. You could probably buy him like your second or third day in the game. He does not take a lot of gold to unlock, but he is just so easy to play. All of his abilities don't require skill to activate, basically. He's just a really good tank. If you're the kind of person that just doesn't understand metas or when to activate skills at the right time, you just kind of want to be in the thick of things and just start spamming your buttons, then I recommend playing as Thane, because he will basically stay alive in any situation. He just has so much health, so much like armor, and his abilities are very, very easy to activate. So there you guys go. Those are my list of the beginning heroes for all of you guys to check out in the game. Again, if you guys enjoyed today's list, if you guys want to see more guide videos on Arena of Valor, then make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below your guys' ideas, your thoughts on Arena of Valor. Who is your favorite hero? What do you guys think of today's list? Guys, thanks so much for watching. My name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.